So our teachers must be equipped to teach young men and women who are prepared to be competitive in the world of the 21st century. You want to go to Dubai, you want to go to the United States, you want to go to Canada, you want to go to Singapore. Some people built those countries. They did not have two heads. They have one head, just like you and me. But what they had was leadership. But in Nigeria, we have allowed our politicians to steal your future. We must correct that in 2019. We must. You must correct it by making sure you have your permanent voter's card and making sure that you actually vote. And making sure that you vote for a young person who is visionary, has a vision, a goal to where he or she wants to take Nigeria. That is what you must do. Now, the second thing we will do in the education sphere is that we will change the curriculum. We will change the curriculum of our schools. We will move it more into entrepreneurship, into vocational skills, into technology, so that you graduate from secondary schools, first of all, even before university, with skills. When I was living in France, when I was in the UN in Geneva, our toilet broke down and we called a plumber to come and work on it. The man came, I think he arrived in a BMW or some car like that. That was my first shock. He's a plumber. He came in a very nice car. Then when he gave us the bill, I understood why he could afford his very nice car. The point is, in the Western world, people with skills earn every amount of money. They don't have to be doctors or lawyers. This is a plumber, Joe the plumber. And the man coupled me, as we say, some serious thousands of francs. So, because he has a skill, he's employing himself, and he can earn a sustainable and even comfortable wage. That is what we must bring to Nigeria. Everybody must not be a medical doctor or a lawyer or an engineer. We want to make being a mechanic. We want to make being a vulcanizer. We want to make being an IT worker. We want to make being an electrician. We want to make being a welder count in this country and give you a comfortable life. That can only happen when the curriculum is shaped to build you up to have those skills. Number 3, we will change the way you learn in schools. I am a professor. When I teach my class in the United States, 100% of the grades is divided as follows. 60% for your original research work, your original research paper. You see, teaching people how to think originally, not cramming your notes and regurgitating it during the exam. That is what we do here. It does not equip you to be the best you can be as a young person. So 60% of the exam goes to that, your research paper, original. 20% goes to your classroom discussion. You cannot sit in my class and not talk. If you sit in my classroom and you don't talk, you will miss some of the marks. You must learn how to discuss with your fellow students and the professor. So, you must learn how to discuss in class, how to hold your own in a debate or an argument, how to marshal your points. That is what builds confidence in young people. Then the remaining 20% goes to your classroom presence. If you don't attend class, you will never get that 20%. So you see how we distribute the grades to make you a balanced and disciplined student. It's called pedagogy, how people learn. We will reform it in this country when I become president. Now, the final thing is that we will create educational infrastructure for people to learn, to be equipped for the 21st century, our youth. We will have iPads, laptops in the hands of every student in federal government secondary schools or federal government universities, and will encourage states to do the same. Some people graduate in computer science and they have not actually seen a computer. That cannot be. This is not a society that is equipped for the 21st century. Whereas, in many parts of the world, kids as young as 3, 5, 6 are already experts in these things. So we need to come into the 21st century. But that means you must elect leaders who have the idea of what being competitive for the 21st century is. So we're going to be reforming the educational system. We're going to run an economy that is based on innovation, not on the price of oil. I call that the worship of the God of small things. Worshiping the oil price. Our political leaders, they wake up every morning. If the oil price is high, they are happy. The minute it crashes, they become sad because there's no money to be chopped or to be used to award contracts. Our economy has to be restructured differently. Who's going to lead that? You. The young people who own tomorrow must get involved in politics. You must get involved in voting. You must get involved in running for office. You must get involved in leadership so that you shape your own future. And you can create safe spaces for yourself. Nigeria today, I repeat, is not a safe space for our youth. We have too many young people who are unemployed, and the idle mind is the devil's workshop. We must create safe spaces for our youth. Our national space, the social media space, must be kept safe. We have to make productive use of social media, not to spend all your time cracking jokes and laughing, and nothing changes. NEPA is not there, you're on generator. The hospitals are not good, and you're on social media and your phone, and you think you're doing well. But all around you, poverty, despair, but there is hope. I want you to go to konga.com and get a copy of this book. It's called Build, Innovate, and Grow. My vision for Nigeria. Hello? Oh, we have lots of copies here, actually, for those who want to purchase it. And we will give you a discounted price. With just 1,000 naira, you can buy a copy. It's normally 3,000 naira. But anybody present here who wants to buy it, 1,000, it's yours. And in this book, you will see the vision I have laid out for Nigeria as from 2019. You will see a vision for leadership and governance. You will see a leadership for the economy. You will see a leadership for nation building, a vision for nation building, and you will see a vision for our diplomatic resurgence in foreign policy. So, let me conclude, because I think the best will always come out in the questions and the answers, hopefully. I want you as young people to know that we should all strive for a country in which Aba becomes Taiwan. Aba should be the Taiwan of Africa. Aba made in Aba, it will be a badge of honor. That's what we need to do. We need to hold our leaders accountable. All these soggy and wet streets that are not paved in Aba, they are an eyesore. What are you doing about it? You must bring in visionary young leadership that thinks the way I'm talking to you. If you continue to elect these politicians of the APC and the PDP, I am sorry. Aba will continue to go from bad to worse. The choice is yours. 2019 is not an election alone. 2019 is a choice. It's a choice between prosperity and poverty. It's a choice between whether you as young people will have safe spaces or whether you will not. It is a choice between stability and instability, between security and insecurity. The herdsmen are going around killing people as if lives are so cheap. Nothing happens. Nothing happens because the youth like you're not involved. That's why you are 67 million people in this country, and yet old and recycled politicians, every 4 years, they will come to power and lord it over you. So you have the power, but are you using the power? Are you using the power? Do you have PVCs? How many people here have PVCs? Very good, but that's at least half that don't. That's the problem. That's the problem. You must go and get your PVC, because without it, you can't change anything. Without it, you cannot affect anything. Don't let anybody tell you how difficult it is to get it. Persevere and get it. When you get it and you vote in the right person for your local government chairman, for your state assembly, for your governor, for your senator or house of reps, for your president, you are building a future in which you have a say and you have a stake. You are empowering yourself and you're building a society with safe spaces for young people. Let us stop this political apathy. I used to think that politics didn't matter, but I have found out it matters a lot. Because if you refuse to get involved in politics, politics will get interested and involved with you. And it will involve and interest itself with you based on what you have as a society or what you don't have that you should have. That's the consequence. So, today, as we celebrate the United Nations Youth Day with a theme of safe spaces for our youth, let us all here commit as young people to create safe spaces wherever we are. On the internet, on the social media, we must use those things responsibly. We must use the social media as a tool to mobilize action that will change this country. That's what we should be using it as. Not just a place to be chatting with friends. If you're not using the social media to affect you, then you're not using the social media well. Barack Obama became president in America through the social media. That's true, isn't it? These are people who are innovative. But in Nigeria, we sit around on social media doing the wrong things. So the time has come. It is time. The politicians have always won. But in 2019, we want the people to win. We want the youth to win. It is time. It is time. So thank you very much for listening. I'd love to take any questions and we can have a short dialogue before I have to leave. Thank you very much. Thank you.